Well, speaking of jobs, I had a pretty interesting week at the job. Few of my coworkers, well, actually all of my peers who were on my level, decided that they wanted to go to lunch to discuss how to get rid of our supervisor.
Wow.
And I wasn't exactly sure what the method or strategy would be to do this, but I know that my boss is a biatch.
Oh my God.
But
You still have that 9 to 5 we're talking about.
I'm sorry.
Nothing. Maybe she doesn't listen to this.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to say his or her name. But
That 9 to 5 still paying for my college.
well, all about you.
No, I mean,
But anyway, she is actually, I have never had any problems with her, but she is she can be very passive aggressive, sometimes more aggressive than passive actually. But when you're dealing with certain women, it's like a battle of the wills. And I basically told everyone, and I guess I'm the only one, that I like to go to work, leave work, and come home and not bring the job home with me. I don't want to overthink it. But basically, I didn't want to have anything to do with this coup of sorts that they were trying to strategize. And
don't get involved in that because you don't want to get.
Well, you don't understand. These women are, put it this way, they have very little tolerance for people who don't think like them.
But I mean, how are you going to plot to get your boss? How are they going to get rid of her? Are they going to like make her sick or something?
It didn't sound like they had like a real strategy, or to me, it didn't sound like their strategy was going to be very effective. And I can't deal with somebody trying to put in place a plan to get rid of the boss and
get rid of you.
Be
They're gonna get rid of your black behind.
Oh my!
You.
That's not how my sentence was going to end. Can you let me finish my own sentence?
Okay,
please?
I'm sorry. Just gotta be real.
Because I have no intent on getting fired, and that's basically part of my response while I'm at work. I like my job, and don't get me wrong, the boss can make it hard on you, but I've never had a problem with her personally. Maybe a few looks, a few eye rolls, but that doesn't bother me at all. My personality is, if you don't say anything out of the way or disrespectful to me, I'm going to ignore any body language that you have. And I basically want to go there, make my money, make money moves, as you all say, and go home.
Yeah, that sounds really nice.
Yeah, I mean, and everything I've ever asked her, requested, she's always approved it. So a lot of times we get passionate, dramatic, and we want to make other people's problems our problems just because we're bored with life, and I think a lot of them probably are.
Oh my God.
And go and start some uprising at work, but that's just not me. I like my job. My boss doesn't give me any crap, and I don't know. It's like you're darn if you do, you're darn if you don't. And it's like if you walk with them in solidarity, they're your friends, and if not, you are the enemy. So we'll see how this plays out.
Wait, so I'm sorry, but did you say what was it that she does that they didn't like? Maybe you said, I don't know if I heard.
Well, she's a manager, and there are several other managers. And she is one of those managers that I think has the archaic notion that managers are on a higher level than, well, they actually are by definition, but she likes that hierarchical system of, we're up here so we can give you all the scraps of work that we don't want to do in addition to your work. And granted, she does that, but a majority of the time at work, I'm surfing the internet, so it doesn't bother me if she gives me something to do. So I don't have a problem with that, but I think some people are just believe in standing on principles, and I'm not one of them. Well, that came out wrong. Put it this way, I choose my battles.
Okay.
I don't like to make problems where there are no problems, whether somebody over dramatizes them or not. So I'll sit back and see how it plays out. And if it just happens to benefit me in the process, hey, I'll take that too.
And on top of that, I would feel so spiteful and so scared to try to conspire to get rid of somebody, especially my boss. Because I believe in karma, and I believe that what goes around comes around. I'm like, well, how am I going to trust all you heifers here? Like,
I don't trust anybody.
What about when you guys don't like me anymore?
I don't trust any of those women because they are. I mean, don't get me wrong. They could be nice, but I don't really trust anybody at work. I mean, and I'm definitely not going to make this into a racial thing, but I'm the only black woman there. And I don't know. It's like they just think different. So I kind of stay to myself and read my Bible verses and just try to. You laughed.
It's just. I don't know where we're going here. But
yeah, well, I'm not going anywhere on the deep end, but sometimes I'll share a verse with them, and you could tell they really don't want to hear it.
Oh, no.
It's like they feel like I'm at work. I don't really need to hear church stuff.
Oh.
But anyway, I didn't tell you what their strategy was.
Oh, what is it? Tell us.
They figured that we would go to her boss, who is our ultimate boss, and schedule a skip level meeting. You know what a skip level meeting is? When you skip, basically what it says. You skip the level of the person over you to go to their boss.
So the boss's boss. Right?
Yeah, to discuss
what they're doing wrong.
problems that you have with them. And my boss's boss, he's really lazy, so I don't really see him wanting to get rid of her and taking on her responsibilities. So I know I've just alienated like my boss and my boss's boss, but hey, I hope in case they listen to this, hopefully they can overlook it for the artistic license that I have.
Artistic license?
Yeah. I gotta tell the story. I gotta entertain the people.
Oh, right.
Just take.
I thought you meant like your degree.
No,
like your degree is not in art.
Take that. They need to take their L for the good of your podcast.
You're right. They do. Because one day this podcast hopefully may be paying our bills. So who knows? But yeah,
or at least your loans.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on the loans. Guys in college, when you get student loans, it ain't no joke.
Yeah.
But
that was my week. I didn't really anticipate ever speaking on what happened at work, but it just came to me.
And it felt good, didn't it?
No, because I hate talking about work at home. It's like I feel like I'm violating my home.
I feel like it's fun. It's like the best stories to tell.
No.
But anyway, we're going to now get started on our next segment. And our next segment will be dealing with current events / celebrity news / regular news stories / trending topics, which is basically us just talking about other people besides us.
Like we just did, like for 30 minutes.
But that has a little bit more mystique to them since we don't know them.
Okay. Well, I'm just flying off the cuff, following your lead.
Okay. So I wanted to first... Oh, wow. I wanted to talk about this story that actually happened this morning.
Okay, now, I'm not much into the news these days, so you're going to definitely have to give me details.
Yeah, right. Okay, so there's a story where there's this food truck, okay? And a food truck worker hurls bottles and racial epithet at a black woman after she tries to pay with change. So here's the video. Oh, wait a minute. So here's the video.
Just because you didn't want to take coins, you're calling me out of my name. You called me a nigger. What else do you want to call me? Now you don't have anything to say, do you? I'll make sure I got you, okay?
Okay,
I'll make sure I got you. If you hit me with that, if you hit me with that,
Get the fuck up from me.
okay.
Oh,
Don't do that. Wait, you got you goddamn one. You son of a bitch. You don't do that shit. You don't do that.
That was uncalled
Okay.
for. That's wrong.
Call the cops.
That's wrong.
Call the cops right now. Call the cops.
That is so wrong. Wow.
That is assault. Call the cops.
So as you can see, so pretty much a black woman in Oregon
that
was.
woman was so rude.
She was not rude.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. A black woman in Oregon was allegedly called out of her name and assaulted by a food truck owner, all because she tried to pay for her food with change. According to Willamette Week, Carletta Washington says she was called a nigger by Islam El-Masri, which I'm guessing is, the guy didn't really look, he looked like, I guess, a white person, maybe a Middle Eastern guy, after she tried to pay for her lunch with quarters, not pennies, mind you. That makes a difference, not pennies. In a short...
It doesn't matter. Pennies is legal currency.
True. In a short video provided by the outlet, El-Masri can be seen telling Washington to get the F out from here and calling her a stupid B after throwing a Gatorade bottle at her for confronting him. So basically, the guy, they called the cops on him, and he was rightfully booked into the county jail on charges of misdemeanor harassment and assault. Bail is set to $4,000. So for this story, I just feel, honestly, I'm just sick of this racism getting so out of hand. Like, everybody want to just be so bold because this is now Trump's America, and everyone thinks they can just be as racist as they want to be and not get in trouble for it. Unfortunately for this guy, that didn't prove right, and thankfully, a lot of the bystanders around her who happened to appear white, thankfully, they were on her side and were like, okay, this is wrong. And I'm glad that he got arrested, because there's so many cases where where an arrest would not have happened. But I mean, I guess, but the thing is, I feel like the only reason it got arrested was because it was so undeniable. And of course, I know some things that were caught on film, they still didn't get arrested, but this is not like a police officer. This is like a regular person. So I'm glad he got arrested. And I mean, this was just really unnecessary. Like, I know paying with quarters and pennies, I mean, is it really that hard or that much of a burden to have to count the coins? So you had to call someone a nigger. I'm not serving you because you give me quarters.
I think it had very little to do with her paying for her lunch with quarters, because, I mean, it's money. Yeah. I think that this man just had a problem.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with her paying for her lunch with quarters.
And do you think his problem was that he just don't like serving black people? Like, your black quarters are not welcome here. It doesn't
make any sense. I can't wrap my brain around it, because anybody who wants to patronize
either or,
anybody who wants to why do I keep saying patronize my business, I would just be grateful, because I'm trying to make money. That's what I'm in it for. And I don't see color. Money is all green and apparently silver. So, I mean, that being said, I don't know. Maybe he was having a bad day, and I certainly do not want to give him an excuse, but I don't think it had anything to do with her paying for her lunch in quarters.
So you think he's just
I just think he's an idiot, a butthole, and a fool.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
And I hope that this food truck, gets shut down. That's what I'd like to hear.
Right, exactly. And it doesn't make sense.
It's just no excuse for that. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that makes people want to, kill people.
And then for him to throw that Gatorade bottle at her.
Yeah, but I was looking down the story, and it said that he sprayed her with sriracha. Yeah. Isn't that like hot sauce?
Pete, where do you see that at?
Right there.
Where?
Look right under the picture. It wasn't on camera.
Oh. Washington says that he sprayed her with sriracha, and was confirmed by the news outlet to witness Rachel Good, who pretty much saw that there was Thai hot sauce, which is sriracha.
I'm sorry. This man sprays me in the face and shoulders with with Thai hot sauce. It's a problem. I won't be doing more than yelling on a camera.
Yeah, I feel I don't know how I would even react to that.
I'm
That
sorry.
was
I'm
just-
about to start slicing and dicing because no, that's disrespectful. No hot sauce, no sriracha in the face for me. That's gonna be a no
Yeah. But I want to now.
with a capital N.